Before you guys get into the video, I would like to let you know that you will see the footage freezing at times. It's just the way my computer is right now. It needs an upgrade and I am definitely going to be getting it soon. But since this video is mainly me talking, I decided to use it anyway. So if you guys see freezing, now you know why. What's up everybody, Yogi here. It has been quite a while since I've done a Blazing video, and one of the things I wanted to do is talk about the new Sasuke that is soon going to be coming to Blazing, go over his main use, why you are insane to not farm him, and what you can do to prepare for his raid. You guys have no idea how many times I keep calling this man Curse Mark Sasuke just because it's another Sasuke, and it's the 4th Wisdom Sasuke, fun fact right there. But this is 5-star art, his 6-star art right here. People were kinda hoping that we got a Shippuden Curse Mark Sasuke. I agree that would have been cool, but when I saw his 6-star art, I was happy. I'm like, yes, the bandages are still here, so he'll still have that on his head, and you know, maybe the cape too. They left the cape from, you know, his 5-star art. If you guys know how Bandai usually does it, they have the 5-star version look in a certain way, and then when a 6-star version comes out, they just change them up completely and remove stuff like Blazing Bash, Sasuke, and Deidara. When you pull them originally, it's their younger versions of themselves, and Sasori, the skill 1 being in Heroku, stuff like that. But then I see the animation for his jutsus and see that it's the exact same Kirin Sasuke sprite, which is to me one of the biggest disappointments. Like, how hard is it to put some bandages on his head at least? Like, come on. So yeah, that was pretty much my main thought on Sasuke when I saw him, but let's just go over the stats quickly because it can take a while, right? He is mid-range, these are his stats, good buddy skill, not buddy skill, good field skill, same thing for his Blazing Awoken version, and his buddy skill, finally Bandai has done something right, by the way. His buddy skill is reducing the chances of being immobilized by 25%. I'm not talking about the ability specifically when I said they do something right. I'm talking about this. They change it. They change it between both of them now. So the regular version has the resistance, and the Blazing Awoken version has a 10 speed boost skill, which is the 3rd unit in the entire game to have a buddy skill that boosts speed. The other two are Blazing Bash, Jiraiya, and Konan, both being 20 though. So for regular use, of course he's going to be good with this type of skill. His jutsu is 5.2 times to one enemy, ignores their barrier and perfect dodge and knocks them back. Let's also add in the fact of his first ability, ignoring substitution. So his first jutsu ignores literally everything, so, or you know, almost everything, but very, very good jutsu there. His ultimate is a lot weaker than the jutsu with the multiplier, but it's AoE and he has 10% chance of dodging for 5 turns. It's that's not too good. It could have at least made it 15 since he's a SS impact unit, but whatever. His other 4 abilities are 2 damage reduction skills, so 20% damage reduction there, and then 15% attack boost to bravery and wisdom. So all around he is a very good unit to use in his regular form because of the reduction. He ignores everything. Substitution consistently through regular attacks and ultimate juices as well, and then he does extra damage to these types, so and a good field skill, so very good unit. Sync is with Wisdom and Uchiha, both of them are mobilized resistances, and then you have his Blazing Awoken version, 10 speed boost, so very unique here. He's a free unit, so you can get multiple copies of him. I definitely say you should get a few copies of him. But the reason he's so broken, and I said you're insane to not farm him, is this alone. His jutsu and PvP is 7 times attack to one enemy, 60% chance of immobilizing for 1 second, and knocks them back. With his abilities, however, it's really a 90% chance of immobilizing with these two for 2 seconds, because it extends the duration by 1 turn, translates into 1 second, and 15 chances, oh my gosh, 15% chances of not wasting chakra off his jutsu, which means it's possible to get his ultimate 12 times to all enemies, 30% chance, which is really going to be 50% chance. Oh no, I'm sorry, 60% chance for 2 seconds. It knocks them back. So Oh, I'm sorry, 3 seconds. I need to say it all together with the ability. So 60% chance of immobilizing for 3 seconds, which is just insane. He's very, very good for a free unit. 240 base speed. With max speed pills, he's 270. That's faster than 6-path Madara. And he has 39k HP, so he's definitely not going to be one-shot. He can still, you know, be taken out by 2 bravery characters back to back. But, I mean, hey, for what he does, I say it's worth the risk. If you even add in this, like if you want to use this version in PvE, he has still 90% chance to mobilize for 2 turns. That is still really, really good for being a free-to-play unit. 90% chance for 2 turns. Like Jiraiya with his amazing jutsu, even though damage could be better, it's 100% chance of slip damage and 70% immobilized for 1 turn. So this is a good balance right here. And his ultimate can still immobilize as well for 3 turns. 60% chance of that happening. So yeah, very good unit to get. The only weakness or problem is if you use his jutsu to attack somebody and he ends up killing them. That basically means, you know, the immobilize won't take effect, and you kind of just took somebody out. So that's the only type of weakness I found with him, if anything. Now for the main course here is what you guys want to do is go to the Naruto Blazing Wiki and look up mobilization resistance ability, and then just immobilize resistance in general. Okay. Now you could just Google this, you know, Naruto Blazing Immobilize Resistance, and both will pop up. But pretty much what you can do here is look at which units have these abilities and stuff like that to prepare for the raid. Now let me go to here. By the way, shout out to Nordax, Sonluk, and Anton Labs. If you guys don't know these 3, they're the main people who post information about Blazing. Or, you know, Nordax does leaks and Anton does translations, along with Sonluk. Sonluk does a lot of stuff. So you guys can come to any 3 of them, credit to them, all that jazz. But the main thing you need to know about Sasuke's impact is that he, well, it says right here, you're surrounded on all 4 sides by Amaterasu, as in if this area, like let's take these 2 tweets right here, all around here is black flames that deal 2,000 damage. So you definitely don't want to play around there. But it says as Sasuke's HP decreases, his ultimate knockback effect, immobilize rate, and damage dealt increases. And then across all difficulties, drive a team with immobilize resistance to deal with his ultimate, which can knock back and immobilize. So that's why I'm looking over the immobilize resistance up here. And I mean, it's a classic type of thing. He gets weaker, he's going to become more of a threat. Now, before we get into all of this, however, if you guys don't want to be bothered with immobilized resistance, you can use Curse Mark Sasuke. He can perfect dodge all of his attacks. Anyone with perfect dodge can work, really, but you know, Curse Mark Sasuke can go infinite with it, and you can just beat him that way. As a matter of fact, you can probably still beat the entire raid with Curse Mark Sasuke and 6-path Madara. But I'm pretty sure we've all had our fill of that from, I don't know, the horrible ninja road that's still here. So yeah, going about this way, if you can afford to do it the right way, can definitely speed up your run instead of using that tactic again. So looking over the abilities, you can see here they have the total amount of abilities, so that means they have only 1 skill that boosts the mobilize resistance. Sorry, such a tongue twister. For example, 1 skill for this skill, free to play Kakashi, and he'll have 25% immobilize resistance. So you can look here. They got 2. That means they got 2 abilities that will total up to 20. Or does it mean 20 skills separately? Ooh, nah, it's total. It's total for sure. So like right off the bat, for example, if you want to use somebody, this White Mask Toby is one of the best units you can use because he has 40% consistently for immobilized resistance. You got the new Killer Bee in his regular unawakened form that has 50% resistance. I would advise against using him just because he's bravery and he doesn't have damage reduction, I believe, in this form. So yeah, in this form he doesn't have it. Blazing Awoken, he has different skills altogether. You know, he's not even on this list in his original form. I mean, his Blazing Awoken form. So he can be used to avoid the immobilize, but he's kind of risky. Blazing Fast Naruto and Sasuke, Blazing Awoken for Naruto, not for Sasuke. So, you know, stuff like that. You can go through the units. I guess I gotta make a video talking about these limit breaks because, yeah, they needed it, but yeah, it's another story. Anyway, there's more units down here. Tsunade does not belong here, by the way. Her skills are Jutsu Seal resistance, not Immobilize resistance, but some of the best people here is Itachi, Pain, Blazing Bash Gaara, and Kirin, Phantom Castle Kirin, which I want to talk a little bit about her. It's incredible to me, right? That's what I'm trying to say. That they went out their way to make a Phantom Castle unit based off of or made for specifically an Impact, especially SS Impact. It's just crazy to me, but they did it. So computer's being a little slow on me. It's not trying to scroll, but I can still talk, I guess. She is a heart unit, okay, so she's not taking any extra damage. She's not bravery. It's a wisdom impact. And I mean, she's literally made for it. Her Field and Buddy, reduce, immobilize. Her 3 skills here reduce immobilize by 20%, so 60% total. And then she has 2 wisdom reduction skills, so she's made for tanking against him. And then her jutsu and ultimate, remove perfect dodge. Do not worry, Sasuke does not have perfect dodge. It's only Sugetsu on the first map, and he's skill on top of that. So she also lowers their attack on both the jutsu and ultimate. So she's literally made for this impact. She will definitely have use outside of this if you're doing another 28 and under mission that involves wisdom characters, and weakening attack is always a bonus. It's also nice if she weakens them by 30% instead of the standard 15%, but you know, that's another story. Then you got, you know, Gaara. He can also work max duped for sure because he has 75% resistance max duped. Yep. 75% max dupe, and he has 2 wisdom reduction skills, which means he'll still be taking less damage than a normal unit. So yeah, you guys probably have at least one of these characters and not the free to play, you know, characters. If you guys got Blazing Fast Pain maxed out, he's finally going to be usable. Shinden Sasuke, Itachi, stuff like that. And then you can pair them up with the other units here based off of their buddy skills. Field skills, you can look at it, but I wouldn't advise going too much into it because you're not trying to group up your units because he's AoE and he has knockback. If he, you know, like main example, let's say you try to take the OP Shisui here, I'm trolling, he's not, to lower the rate on your Blazing Bash Gaara, right? So with Shisui next to him, he'd have 95% immobilized resistance. Sasuke hits him, guess what? He doesn't get immobilized. Yay! The Gaara doesn't. But Shisui has no immobilized resistance. So then he gets immobilized when he gets knocked back into the flames. You see what I'm saying? So skip past that. Buddy skill. This is what you want to pair up your main unit with. Tons of characters have it. 25%, 30%. The best ones being Blazing Bash Sakura, Shikamaru, and Itachi. The new Itachi if you have him. And if you didn't see, his bonus effects are going to be 100% immobilized resistance after using either his jutsu or ultimate for 4 turns. So if you have him, you're definitely going to be wanting to use him anyway, but just thought I'd point that out. Then we have the very rare jutsu and secret technique users that can avoid it. Sakura offered jutsu. It's only for 2 turns, so it can work, but it's kind of risky. She has damage reduction too, so she can work if you time it out right. And then you got Secret Technique off of Blazing Bash Sakura. She has 70% chance. And then in her regular form of Shinden Sasuke, 80% chance of immobilizing, both for 5 turns. I'm sorry, ignoring immobilizing for 5 turns. So, and then you got sync skills. You can get into that if you're really coming down to the wire with it. For example, Itachi long range, he gets 15%. So that, along with all of his abilities, give him 75% resistance. So enough talking about that, but let's just show you guys what I'm planning on using for my team right here. So I got him for healing. Madara, you want to remove the perfect dodge, and if not, bring Kirin for Phantom Castle. Wanto Naruto, I'm going to see how good he is for this. If so, I'll limit break him more. If not, I'll switch to somebody else. But the main thing here is this row right here. So if we add it up, Madara Uchiha. I'm just gonna call him that because that's what the name is here. We all know it's White Mask Toby. He has the 40% consistently right from his abilities, and he has a field and buddy skill, which is always going to be nice. But when you pair that up with Sakura being the highest user of one of the highest users of the buddy skill, when it loads, pretty much her buddy skill paired up. Oh, there we go. Her buddy skill is 35%. Pair that up with Madara's. I can't call him Madara. We know it's not. White Mask Toby. If you pair her up with him, 75% immobilized resistance consistently. So that is why I have both of these two here. And if you guys didn't know already, she is literally the best unit you can bring when it comes to immobilized resistance, or specifically for this raid outside of Itachi. Because not only that, but with her ultimate having the 80% resistance, that means 20% chance she gets immobilized if Sasuke gets to 100% at some point, right? Wrong if you're using this Madara, this White Mask Toby, because with his buddy skill that boosted up to 105%, all you need is 100% obviously, so whenever I use her ultimate on him, he is not immobilizing me, period. To top it off, she removes the attack boost, something that is going to be happening with Kirin Sasuke as time goes on. Now, of course, there's other units that can remove attack boosts, like Final Valley Naruto. He can also tank against him, but he doesn't have immobilized resistance like Sakura does after using her ultimate. I mean, you can easily use Final Valley Naruto and pair him up with somebody else who has immobilized resistance and use him that way. You know, he might get immobilized sometimes, but most of the time he won't have to. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. When it comes to prepping, you guys can just go, once again, Google Naruto Blazing immobilized resistance and go to that one, just the page for the Wikia. Go to the other one that has ability, and you guys could make up your one row to tank with, and rest, you know, you want somebody to ignore perfect dodge for the first map. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to keep spamming, you know, your attacks on them, and then you know, you're healing, and you're pretty much good to go. You know, and if you guys don't want to be bothered with all this stuff, once again, you can just use Kurosama Sasuke. It doesn't have to be a 2-unit run, just like Kurosama Sasuke and 6-5 Madara. You can just, I can use 6, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I could use Kurosama Sasuke right here, leave all the rest of my team the same, and it can still work, because he can go infinitely. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe before you go. Peace.